Okay, I'm going to be explaining books I've read and books I started but didn't finish in the most vaguest way possible. Online books, too. Also, how many stars I gave it. The main character has mommy issues. Mommy issues part 2, but let's add in daddy issues, too. So, like, everybody she know has been lying to her and her brother dies. Her whole freaking family dies. Human girl meet fairies, but it's not the fairies that you're thinking. She's not like other girls, but she is addicted too. She got herself a man, and her man friends like her too. Cross over to another book with my least favorite characters ever. I almost gave this 4 stars. Wanna be TikTok hype house? I'm just kidding, I love this book. Her dad dies and she sits next to a weird boy and they start dating. Black girl doesn't want to be black. Her whole family doesn't like her because her dad decided to have an affair with a maid. Even more fairies, but it's not the fairies you're thinking, okay? Fairies go to war. I like to call this little fairy Christmas special. Don't ever say this is your favorite book in front of me because I will just tell you to jump. Jump. She fell in love with the lab experiment. She's in a love triangle with the lab experiment and another hot man. She's the lab experiment. She's the lab experiment again, but a boy falls for her. I could have added this in the beginning with the book I had in person, but these was the bonus chapter. And yeah, I really like this one. He's my favorite guy. I don't care what y'all say about him. So if you're in a relationship, like we know you're in a relationship, you don't have to like go into details about what y'all do in the... I said this was my least favorite book, and I'll say it again. If you like this book, jump, bruh. And I don't even like this character. I don't even know why I read this chapter, but it's obvious what he wants, and I hope he don't get it. Sorry. We meet his mom, and she's pretty fine. So she's the human mom of Bryce, because Bryce is half fae, half human. And she doesn't like when people call her human because she thinks that they're calling her fragile. And I get where you're coming from, but we are fragile. We can break like a freaking pretzel right now. A guy kidnaps girls off the street and calls them flowers, and he does dirty stuff with them, but he says he uses a rubber, so it's okay. And he thinks that they're in love with him. They take him to jail, and he breaks out, and he wants to kidnap the girls again because he's just delusional. My type of delusional. We don't need to talk about this. The Wattpad phase was insane. Another girl falls in love with another lab experiment, and turns out he's not what she thinks he is, and he actually hates her. I know what you're thinking about the title, but it's not what you think, okay? It's a horror book. But I'll go into a little detail because, anyway. So the first book, Mommy, is a mute girl. She can't talk.